Hi, I'm Jake, Senior Sous Chef here at Mill Hill. We're going to be showing you a few recipes that you can take away with you to cook at home. This is whether you're going into university or if you're just starting to the sixth form. These are really simple, really easy, step-by-step methods. Everyone can do them. I hope you enjoy them. Alright, recipe number one today, homemade pizzas. Very simple, very easy. I know pizzas are very easily bought, but there's nothing better than a homemade pizza. So, first thing we're going to do is the longest process here, which is the dough. We're going to start off with 7 grams of yeast, half a teaspoon of sugar, 275 ml of warm water. And what you want to do is you add your yeast and your sugar into your water, and you want to leave that to sit for about 10 minutes until you create this sort of bubbly, wet mixture here. And then from there, you take your 375 grams of flour into the bowl, and add all of your wet mix as well. Start off by this with a spoon, just to have a quick mix up all the way around, incorporate everything all together, round and round, and as soon as it starts to come together, the best tip that you can have from here would be to ditch your spoon and go on to oiled hands. There's nothing better than hands for this technique. And just work the dough round. This should take probably 5-6 minutes. As you see, as you keep mixing and you keep mixing, it slowly just starts to come together more and more. And literally now, see, even after 30 seconds, you can see that my dough has formed into dough-like already. So you keep doing this round and round, and after 5-6 minutes, you will have a perfect pizza dough, which will look similar to this. Once you get to this stage, after about 5-6 minutes, you're going to want to take this dough out, put it into a well-floured or oiled bowl, leave it somewhere warm for about an hour to an hour and a half, and what you end up with is approved dough. It should be twice the size, and as you can see, the yeast has worked really well in there, very airy. And then when you get to this stage, you want a lightly floured surface. You just want to, very, very gently, just ease the dough onto the work surface. And as you can see, it shrinks straight away. That's not a problem. That doesn't mean something's happened. And when you get to this stage, you literally want to spend probably a minute, minute and a half just using a kneading technique. So just use the palm of your hand, push back, pull in, and just keep folding in. And that is about a minute and a half. And when you get a minute and a half in, you're left with a dough that sort of size. And what you should do is probably separate to whatever size pizza you would like. So for this recipe, I would literally just tear this straight in half. Round them off into 2 pizza doughs. Transfer into a tray that you're going to leave just to sit for about 10 minutes. Maybe a flour tray, somewhere nice and warm again. 10, 15, even 20 minutes. And what you will end up with is 2 pizza dough sizes, about this. And as you can see, the yeast has worked again, very well risen, very airy. And at this stage, just leave them for another 15, 20 minutes, and we're going to move on to the sauce. So moving on to the pizza sauce now. 3 ingredients, very simple, very easy. Anybody can make this. It's absolutely spectacular. Easy first thing is you want to thinly slice white onion. Any white onion, doesn't matter. You just want, I'm not expecting you to use the best chef knife skills here. Just nice and slow, because everyone wants to keep their fingers after this process. Just run the knife through, very easy, until you have just one onion will do, along with 2 cloves of garlic. Once again, keep your fingers tucked in. Everyone wants to keep their fingers here. Take your time, there's no rush. Doesn't have to be too small, because you sort of want your pizza sauce to have a bit, if you get a bit of garlic at the end, a bit of bite, there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong at all. As you can see, just run through, nice and slow, keeping your fingers in. And that is all you need. That into a saucepan, you start frying that off, bit of salt and pepper, probably 5 minutes, and what you do is you end up with this. So as you can see, very soft, very, very nice. That's about 5-6 minutes in. The garlic, nothing's coloured. The garlic's very soft in there, but still is not bitter. And all you'll do to this is add 2 400-gram tins of chopped tomatoes. Simple as that. Straight in, hold the pan up so you don't get any splashback, don't want you burning yourself. All in at once. And that is literally the tomato sauce done. And what you'll do from here, give it a quick stir around and leave that on the heat, on a low heat for 15-20 minutes. Because what you want all that water from your tomatoes to evaporate, and what you'll end up with after about 15 or 20 minutes is a nice thick tomato sauce. It's perfect to spread on top of the pizzas. So once you've made that tomato sauce and that's all done, the next step is the fun part, which is making your pizzas up. This is probably the best time now to go and put your oven on, as hot as it can go. Probably 270, 280 degrees will be absolutely perfect. So get this dough you made earlier. As you can see, it's still very airy. A lot of people use a rolling pin for this, but I find the best technique again, literally any flour that's left on your table, just dab onto your fingertips, get from the middle and just push out. Very simple, whatever shape you want. Doesn't have to be perfectly round, just keep pushing, and there you go. See, 30 seconds maximum, and you've got pizza dough at the bottom. And then all you need to do for this point is to get that perfect tomato sauce, just sort of a big spoonful in the middle, not too much because you don't want your base going too soggy, and just push from the middle outwards. From the middle, all the sauce, make sure you cover right up to the edge, throw in all that dough, just like that. And that is a pizza base done and ready to go. And then it comes to this point where you can just choose whatever toppings you want on there. So on this tray over here, we've got some mozzarella that we've got in, perfect buffalo mozzarella. Literally, pick it up, just tear, as much as you or least as you want on there. From a height, just drop it nice and even, and that would be a cheese and tomato pizza, done. As easy as that. Moving on to the second dough, same technique, as you can see, onto your floured surface, pick up some of that flour, push out once again. As you can see, that's been done literally within seconds, that one, like that. Same technique with your sauce, just maybe 1.5 dollops in the middle, spread it all out, covering every single bit of dough up to the point you want. Once again, first with your cheese, you can just tear as much or as little as you want on there. And the good thing about pizza is anything left in your fridge is the perfect opportunity now just to get rid of. So here we've just got some ham that was left over from yesterday. We're just going to throw that on anywhere there. We've got some sun-dried tomatoes that were just lying around in the kitchen. They can go on as well. Just put anywhere you want, make it look nice. If you've got people coming around, this is the point now. And then here we've got some chili flakes. If you like a bit of spice, just from a height, even, over the top. And that is 2 pizza made up within minutes. So at this point the pizzas have been made, your oven should be nice and hot, 270 degrees. The best thing to do is to get an empty tray, put it in the oven for about 10 minutes just to get it really hot. It's going to help cook the bottom of the pizzas as well as the top. At this stage, it's quite difficult to transfer a pizza from a floured surface onto a tray, unless you've got a big pizza oven scoop, which I doubt many people do have. It's not a problem. When you get to this stage, you can pick it up and place it down, and you might think, oh no, my pizza's all over the place. And this is the point where you can still edit your pizza. It's totally fine. So this one, for example, which is slightly longer, up and down, on top. You might drop stuff, straight back on. If you've got more toppings, straight back on, make it look nice, totally fine. They will go into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, 270 degrees. You want that really, really hot. You want them cooked really quick. You don't want your dough going soggy. And what you will end up with is 2 pizzas that will look like this. As you can see, perfectly crispy on top, bottom's nice from the hot tray, and then from there you can just cut and cook whatever you want to do. So for me, if you're going to got people around, you're going to go into 4, just literally in half, turn around, in half again, in half again. Straight onto a plate, you've got people around, watching TV, serve it up, much as you want, much as you like. And that is homemade pizzas.